Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, let's give all glory and honor and power, dominion to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Bahashem Rakakodash. Peace and blessing to all the brothers and sisters in this truth. Shalom to you all. I go by the name of Kazak. Back at you with another lesson. I'm going to title this lesson, You Better Deal with Your Demon Before the Most High Expose You. You better deal with your demon before the Most High expose you, right? I put that title on the chat GPT. Fix your problem before the Lord expose you. Bible verses. The first verse that pop up is Luke 12 verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known, right? What is hidden will come to light. Whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're doing in the secret, the Lord going to expose you. Right? We see something similar happen to David. Right? Let me get verse 2. Number 32, verse 23. Be sure your sin will find you out. Sin has a way of exposing itself. That's right. Proverbs 28, verse 13. He that cover his sin shall not prosper, but whoso confess and forsake them shall have mercy. Confess and turn away. Let's read Luke 12, verse 2 again. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Whatever you do in secrets, a lot of time, brothers and sisters, we're dealing with, certain demon. Like, sometimes we don't deal with the demon. We let it linger. We let it go on. But eventually, the Most High going to expose you. You got to deal with your demon. You got to fight. You got to fight your demon. Don't just stay with the demon and be happy. You know what I'm saying? That's just like how life is. You have to deal with your problem, man. Deal with your demon, or the Most High going to expose you. We saw that in the Bible clearly play out with King David sleeping with Uriah, the Hittite wife, Bathsheba, right? David committed adultery by sleeping with another man's wife. The man that was in his army fighting, right? In battle. David had a demon. He had a demon of lust. He didn't deal with it. He sent for Bathsheba when he wake up in the morning. He's a king on top of his balcony, and he saw a beautiful woman, and he called for her. He know who she was. He know that was the wife of Uriah the Hittite, but he slept with her. He knowingly slept with her, right? And then instead of dealing with the problem, meaning, go to the Most High and confess, oh my God, I've slept with another man's wife. Confess, but he didn't do that. He sent for Uriah. He sent a letter to the captain of his army, Joab, and tell him to send Uriah back to me. And Uriah came. He fed Uriah. Uriah slept. And then he told Uriah, go to your wife, man, and lay with her. Have some fun with her. But Uriah was like, nah, I can't do that, my Lord. I can't do that. My brothers are fighting in battle. I can't do that. Uriah was a man of honor. He refused to go home to sleep with his wife. So David trying to cover his sin, right? And then the next day, I believe, he got Uriah drunk, thinking Uriah would lose his mind, lose control, and then eventually go back to his wife. But that didn't work. Uriah didn't do that. He was a man of honor. So eventually he sent Uriah back to Joab. And he also wrote Joab a letter. And he told him that make sure you put Uriah in front of the battle. Right? Make sure you put him in front of the battle where his fist, so he could die. You know? Not also David commit adultery. He lie. He manipulate. Also, you're a murderer. Just because he didn't want to deal with his demon. He didn't want to deal with the problem he was going through. You know? We saw something similar happen to, what's that guy name? Chief Priest Alazar, the founder of Sakari. You know, he was dealing with his demon for years. He never dealt with it. Eventually, the Most High exposed him. Exposed him in front of whole Israel. Right? So King David didn't deal with his demon. What eventually happened is the Most High told David that you did this thing in secret, but I will expose you. Right? I will do it to you in public. Eventually, his son, let me get that. His son, I believe in 2 Samuel 16. 2 Samuel 16. His son Absalom his son what is that? Oh, there you go. What is it? Then verse 20. Then Absalom turned to, how you pronounce this? Ahithophel, and asked him, what should I do next? Ahithophel told him, go and sleep with your father concubines, not one, multiple. For he has left them here to look after the palace. Then all Israel will know that you have insulted your father beyond hope of reconciliation, and they will throw their support to you. So they set up a tent on the palace roof, the same roof where he was at, where King David was at, and he saw Bathsheba. The same roof. Right? See how God exposed him? So they set up a tent, verse 22. They set up a tent on the palace roof where everyone could see it. And Absalom went in and had sex with his father's concubines. That's assaulting. See? If you don't deal with your demon, the Most High is going to expose you. And when you go back the same way the prophet Nathan say what happened, it happened. Right? You had Nathan came to David and exposed him. And Nathan told him that, let me get it. I'm going to start at 7. Then Nathan said to David, you are that man. After he told him the story that, let me get the story. So the Lord sent Nathan, the prophet, to tell David this story. I'm reading in the NLT version. There were 2 men in a certain town. One was rich and one was poor. The rich man owned a great many sheep and cattle. The poor man owned nothing but one little lamb he had bought. He raised that little lamb, and it grew up with his children. It ate from the man's own plate and drank from his cup. He cuddled it in his arm like a baby daughter. One day, verse 4, one day a guest arrived at the home of the rich man, but instead of killing an animal from his own flock or herd, he took the poor man's lamb and killed it and prepared it for his guests. David was furious. As surely as the Lord lived, he said, he vowed any man who would do such thing deserved to die. He must repay 4 lambs to the poor man for the one he stole and for having no pity. Then Nathan said to David, you are that man. David actually condemned himself, right? According to the law of Moses, if a man commit adultery, he should die. But the Lord had mercy upon him. You are that man, the Lord, the God of Israel, say, I anoint you king of Israel and save you from the power of Saul. Verse 8, I gave you your master house and his wife in the kingdom of Israel and Judah. And if that had not been enough, I would have given you much more. See, God told him, if you would have asked, I would have given you more. I would have given you more wife. But instead, you went and committed adultery. Verse 9. Why then have you despised the word of the Lord and done this horrible deed? For you have murdered Uriah the Hittite with the sword of the Ammonite and stolen his wife. From this time on, your family will live by the sword because you have despised me by taking Uriah's wife to be your own. Verse 11. This is what the Lord said, because of what you have done, I will cause your own household to rebel against you. That's what happened with Absalom. I will give your wives to another man. Another man was Absalom. To another man before your very eyes. And he will go to bed with them in public view. You did it secretly, but I will make this happen to you openly in the sight of all Israel. You see that? Like I said, if you don't deal with your demon, man, the Most High is going to expose you. Whatever you're going through, man, whatever it is, lust, you're a liar, you're a thief. No, whatever it is, you got to deal with your demon. Eventually, if you don't, the Most High is going to expose you, man. You know? That's it for now. I hope this lesson was edified. Peace and blessings. Shalom.